What's it really cost to buy in San Diego County? Well, I thought I'd put together a fun video today that goes through some actual listings and then what it costs. Now, this is easy calculator stuff that they have on their websites. We will be using Redfin, but it goes to show kind of what you would need, and then I show some calculations and numbers of what it would actually be to put how much down, how much per month, and then what you would need to be making in order to afford these homes. So let's get into it. Let's see here. Here we go. All right. San Diego County. Now, I wanted to pick a few areas that I found some opportunities or some home values that weren't too terrible. So let's go first of all to my filters. Let's reduce our price down. And what I have are homes, townhomes, condos, and multifamily. And I have excluded 55 plus. And right now I'm excluding most of the HOA fees. There are 10 homes in this $600 price range. All right, let's go. Let's see, what's this one here? 500,000 in Lakeside, 523 in Winter Gardens, 600. Okay, here's a 2-1 in Santee for 600,000. All right, this is obviously a hot home because it is in the 600,000 price range. It is smaller at 900 square feet, but let's go check it out. The front siding doesn't look amazing, but that might just be the photo. Inside looks pretty decent. Upgraded kitchen, that looks nice. All right. 900 square foot in Santee. Pretty good area. $600,000. All right, let's go to the calculator. With putting 20% down, you're looking at $120,000 down. At 6.5%, your total cost would be $38.18. Now, if you wanted a loan on $38.18 and you had a DTI of 36%, now some lenders might give you a DTI of higher, and this is assuming that you have no other debt. You don't have car payments, you don't have student loan payments, you don't have credit card payments. This is your payment, property taxes, homeowners insurance is all of your debt to income ratio. And let's say it's 36% of your income. That would be that your income would have to be 10,605. Now, when we multiply that by 12, that is 127,267. So you would need to make 127,000 to afford this home in San Diego. All right, let's go to another place. Let's see if there's anything else. There looks to be something a little further out in Alpine. So let's check this out. It's probably a mobile home, even though I'm not really sure. It's like a business of some kind, so never mind. All right, let's see if there's anything else in San Diego County. Let's go down to Chula Vista. This is a popular area right now. All right, let's go to North County. Let's see what we have up in North County, if anything. So just remember, this is excluding anything with much of an HOA payment. Here's something in Vista. Looks a little run down. Used to live in Vista, but there are some areas of Vista that aren't the greatest. Here we have Oceanside, kind of by the freeway, 76 freeway. Some areas are not the greatest, some are okay. Looks decent. All right, so let's run the numbers on 820 square foot. So you're talking pretty small. Again, this is just getting into the lower pricing for San Diego County. Twin home, so you share a wall. Here we go. HOA now, okay. So you're talking about $109,000 down. And your per month would be $3,469. $3,469. 36% debt to income ratio. Your monthly income would need to be $9,636. Multiply that by 12. You would need to make, as a household, $115,000 or $116,000. Now, if you increased your debt to income ratio a little bit, if the lender allowed, let's say maybe 38%, so that was 3469 divided by 38% times 12 is basically $110,000 a year income for that. So as you can see, there are properties that this could work at $110,000. Let me see this one in Harbison Canyon. A 2-1 at almost 1,300 square foot. It's pretty cute. $595. All right, let's just check on this one. You know, it's not perfect. It needs some work here, and it looks like it's had some retrofitting of some kind, which might be result of the price. I saw in one of the photos kind of some piping around, so maybe they tried to install some central air. Let's take a look at those photos a little closer. Here's some of that piping. It's like going through the wall there. I'm not sure what's up with that. Outside, recently painted, new fence. So let's read the description on that. Let's see what's going on. So maybe that was a bonus room that was downstairs that they've converted. All right, so let's look at the cost on that. 20% down, 119,000. Down payment at $3,787. So that's right in line with the other one we were looking at. So let's look at that. 3787, 36% debt to income ratio. You're looking at, and you would need an income of 10,520 a month. And remember now that's gross, not net. And multiply that by 12. So you would need an income to afford this with $119,000 down of $126,000 a year. You and a spouse would need to make 126,000. Now I did want to share. Let me close some tabs here. I did want to share now a few of ones with HOAs. All right. Now let's keep the price, but then remove the HOA restriction. Now you have a lot more options, and you'll see some of the prices are a lot lower because you will now see more condos in this because the condos have HOA payments. All right, so let's dive into some of these. I know that I was looking at some in Santee that looked pretty nice recently. All right, let's take a look at, well, this one is 420. Let's see if this one's decent. 900 square foot, a 2-1 on Carefree Drive. Sounds wonderful. All right. Now let's see what the HOA is. 490 HOA. All right. All right. Now you're looking at 20% down. You're looking at $84,000 down payment with the HOA dues, the homeowner's insurance, the property taxes, principal, and interest. You're looking at 3,163 per month times 36% DTI. Well, divided by 36% DTI. 3,163 divided by 0.36 is 8,786. Multiply that by 12, and you're looking at an income of $105,000 or 106. Again, this DTI number is without a car payment, without any other debt payments. So if you would be considering any of these options, you would have to clear any student loans, car payments, anything like that, credit card debt, so that the only thing listed on your credit would be this new home ownership. So let's look at what it would be at 38%. So 3,163 divided by 38% was 83 times 12, and you're looking at $100,000 income. Let's do one more time. Divided by at 40%. Some lenders might allow 40% DTI. So you're looking at 7,907 times 12, $95,000 income a year. So there you have it. If you want to own a home, these were real numbers that I found and real calculations showing what you would actually have to make with that being your only debt and how much you would have to have as a down payment. There are options out there that if you wanted to get into home ownership. All right, let's look. So that was 420. So that's pretty much the lowest in Santee. I wanted to show you also one in Alpine. Let's see what they were out in Alpine. Alpine is a budding community, blossoming area. All right, now we've got, let's see, this says 4 units. Let's see what they're going for once we expand them. All right, so this one is 372, 1 bedroom, 1 bath for 754 square foot. Ooh, 339. Wow, 334. All right, let's look at the 344 one. Although it doesn't have any photos, it doesn't look like off market, last sold. I'm not sure why it's showing me this home then. All right. What was the other one? Oh, units not for sale. Okay, well that's weird. Well, there's this one at 372. Let's run the numbers. It's a 1-1 at 754 square foot. Looks pretty upgraded actually. Let's see the calculation. Price to sell. HOA is $500 a month. Let's go to the calculation here. All right. 20% down is $75,000. All the things we've already noted. 2876. You take 2876 divided by 36, you get 7988. Multiply that by 12, and you're looking at $96,000. So you would need to make $96,000, 96K, to get a 1-1, but that looks pretty upgraded. Let's see here. I kind of like that light fixture and the hood, range hood thing. That's pretty cool. All right. So there you have it. Myself bigger here. So there you have it. A quick dive into what actually is for sale in San Diego right now and what it would take to own one of these properties in San Diego County. It looked like ranging from $96,000 a year all the way up, what did we say? $170,000 a year. So there are places out there, and with enough savings and enough income, one of these places could be yours. My next video is I'm going to go around the country to find cool spots and where we can find that may be a little more affordable. So stick around. I'm actually going to record another video next and see what we could find in the Nashville area. So maybe I'll post the next one tomorrow, but we'll see. If you found this helpful, please subscribe. It would mean a lot to me if you would subscribe, share it with family and friends. San Diego area, we love it, but it is expensive. And as you can see, you and your spouse or you and your significant other would need $100,000 at least to get started in home ownership in San Diego County. That is all for me. I am Financial Joel, money coach. Visit me on my website, sdmoneycoach.com. I would love to see you there and help you get in any way level up your finances. All right, take care. See you there.